Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So, absolute crazy day yesterday, and it's also been a crazy week. But I think the key thing at the moment is these levels are being breached and they are not being respected at all. So, if you just look at the structure here, look how long we were sitting in this zone for basically 2.5 weeks. And if you count this first week here, so from there to there, you can basically call that 3 weeks that we sat in this consolidation area. Then a strong break to the upside. So you would have expected this area to offer some support. They tried to get support there, broke below, broke the downside, immediately reversed, broke the upside, and then broke back the downside. So the volatility at the moment is insane. And a lot of this is due to a lot of us retail traders having high leverage. And when we've got high leverage, there's very close stops and high risk for the retail traders and some of the hedge fund operators as well who do it. But the bigger players know that, and they are chasing those stops. They know exactly where your stops are. So anyway, that's kind of what's transpiring at the moment. We had a bit of a Bitcoin flash crash yesterday as well. Probably going to drop a little bit further. We've got China banning cryptocurrencies. We've got coronavirus fears, vaccine fears. We've got inflation fears. We had the Fed minutes come out yesterday, and now there is concern on tapering of the stimulus that's in the market at the moment. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Basically, what it boils down to is sit back, be patient, and pick your opportunities very carefully. So 3 hours not really going to give us much difference. You could see above and below the moving averages, sign of confusion. That's exactly what is going on. The bulls want to continue rallying, and the bears are trying to get this to come back to some form of what I call it, some form of a deeper pullback. Now, the big thing that we have here is you can argue that this is a head and shoulders or a cup and handle pattern of sorts. The neckline is going to be, depending which way you want to trade it, it's either going to be below the low of yesterday or it's going to be below the low of last week. And low of last week is where I would put the level in. Okay, so just have a look at what we have at the moment. We are below the moving averages right now. Look at my oscillators grouping to the upside. We've had 2 strong days of downward pressure, and then we had buyers come in towards the end of the close of the market. Is this a wedge forming? Could be. Are we looking for a move to the downside? Could also be. And looking at what I see now, I suspect we're probably going to get another move to the downside. This area to the downside, you can see there are little gaps here, if I remember correctly, on the 15 minutes. Let's go and have a look there. Now there's one there, but there are 2 tails across it, so nothing really to write home about there. And I don't think there's anything further on. Sorry guys, let's just double check this. Okay, I think that I can see at a glance. Anyway, so at the moment, looking at what we see now, we've kind of regained some of our breaks below the moving averages, but I don't really trust that on the 15 right now. I'm looking for levels to hold, and at the moment we are just shattering levels. You can see here was a level right here. We closed below it, moved below it. That was a level, that was a fairly strong level. Okay, that happened as well, and then I can actually do that. There was our next level, and you can see we did reject it, but still pretty long tail below it. So for me at the moment, this is sit on hands. I'm really not interested in chasing this right now. I would expect some kind of stability to be found soon, and so I just want to go back to the 8 hour here, but at the moment it's not in this area. You can see how these levels are not being respected. They're basically being shattered left, right and center. Stops get triggered and then immediately reversing, off that environment. The same to the upside. So longs come in here, double top gets formed, and we move to the downside. So this level at the bottom here, 33,300, is critical. I do believe that is an area. If that does give way, you're looking for downside, probably a bit of a bigger picture to the downside. And the other thing is, look at your weekly. We've still got buyers pushing in. They're still coming in. Oscillators are grouped to the upside. But the next logical level on the weekly is fairly far down at 31,362. Still in an uptrend, but that would be a fairly decent pullback. So I think for me at the moment, this is sit quietly, watch what's transpiring. There may be opportunities to buy and sell into this on the 15-minute, but yeah, it's not a sure bet trade for me. So I think we will stay out of it for now. Okay, so yeah, a bit of a mixed bag this morning. I think you probably, depending on the jobs numbers this afternoon, you probably get some kind of pressure to the downside. So if the jobs number is bad, you're going to get a move to the downside. Job number is positive. I don't think you're going to get much move because we're going to have the tapering and the inflation fears that are in the market at the moment, which are going to drive sentiment today and possibly tomorrow. So we're looking for a catalyst. So what that catalyst is going to be, I have no idea. Are the Feds going to print more money, or who knows? We're going to have to wait and see what's going to transpire here. But at the moment, I think this is sit on your hands and keep your money safe position at the moment. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.